I'll ask you questions. Can I ask him questions?
Yeah, go on.
Tommy. Explain.
I came here today to feel some kind of reality. Most people, I find, their reality is marred by the way that they get trained and treated. Now, most people believe they've got a free mind, but most people, their mind completely comes from being controlled by circumstances. Like as they're growing up, they have to listen to what other people say to them, so they become like those people, and they just go to school, and when they go to school they get trained again to be a certain person. Their parents treat them in another way and they get trained in another way. That's why I like to be a Christian, that's why I'm a Christian, that's why Jesus came into my heart, because he took away all the brainwashing. And most people are brainwashed most of their lives and they don't even realise it. And Jesus said, when you receive Christ in your life, your mind gets washed. That's an interesting thing. When you come into Krishna or Bhagwan or any of these religious people, they tell you to give your mind up. They tell you to speak mantras. You speak a mantra, and a mantra is a word that goes over and over again, and you get a freedom from it. But it's a brainwash. It's like everything else. So many people speak about truth. Well, the only truth they've got is what they've been fed most of their lives. That's the trouble. You see, when people are fed truth, they're fed it because it's something they actually believe that it could be this truth. But the truth they've got is actually something that's been fed into them. You see, when Christ said, I am the truth, the way, the truth and the life, when he said, I am the way, the truth and the life, he meant, I am the way, the truth and the life. And when he said, no man comes to the Father but by me, he was saying, I am the way, the truth and the life. If Christ is the way, then that's the only way that's possible to follow. If you don't follow that way, where are you going? You can follow many ways in your life. I used to believe in all ways lead to God. So I used to get involved with all the meditation, Bhagwan, mysticism, the Ouija board. I was in the Divine Light mission. And when I was in the Divine Light mission, I used to believe if I meditated on this light twice a day, when I come to die, I'd be led up into this light. Now they say, many people say death experience, and they say when they have this life and death experience, when they come to die, they see this light at the end of the tunnel. Now I don't know much about this light, but I know I've seen it, and it's very real. And I used to believe that God is light, so in him is no darkness at all. And I used to think, well, if this light must be God. But then I suddenly realised the light wasn't God, because when God says, I am the way, the truth and the life, and he says, I am the light of the world, he means he is the truth. If he's the truth, then that means that's it, It's like when someone says, I am the way, the truth and the life, no one else has ever said that. No, I don't believe I've ever said that in my life. I am the way, the truth and the life. But Jesus said it. Because Jesus said it, we either believe it or we don't. Everybody in this world is afraid of death, most people, because they don't know where they're going. But if Christ said, I am the way, the truth and the life, he meant that he is the way, the truth and the life. If he's the way to heaven and the truth to go to heaven and the life of heaven, why do people waste their lives? There's so many people here again today. It's the same thing again. If you receive the promise of God, you receive a new life. But people don't believe that. They don't believe they're going to receive a new life. They actually don't even know it because they're being so brainwashed. You see, what is it called, this thing? It's called like being controlled by situations that you've had in your life. You know, I grew up in a family, 2 brothers. I went to Sunday school when I was 7. I rebelled against it when I was 15 until I was 40 years old, and I didn't realise why I was rebelling because I kept hearing all these things in my head all the time. Well, I was born a schizophrenic. I listened to voices most of my life, and when I got to 40, I got delivered from them, all these voices. And I thank God that I got this peace, and the peace that passes all human understanding is what we should all be striving for, but most of us aren't. Most of us are striving for something like that place over there, Winter Wonderland. I wonder if Winter Wonderland gives you the peace that passes all human understanding. I don't think it does. It might give you a little satisfactory buzz from life, but the peace that passes all human understanding is something that we can't buy, you know? And like, you know, Jesus said, Thou wilt keep him in perfect peace whose mind is stayed on thee, right? Yeah? And he said, I will give you that peace that passes human understanding. You imagine what that means? We have a human understanding, but the peace bypasses our understanding of what we can find to be peace, you know? It's like we have to have an understanding of things all the time, but there's some things in life we don't understand, and if we can understand the peace, see, I thank God every day that I have a peace that passes all human understanding, and because of that I have this certain peace. It's like an assurance in my heart. Now that's one thing you can't buy. You can't buy peace. You can't buy assurance. You can't buy something that actually gives you strength to endure today and tomorrow. All people are the same. This is trouble. Everybody is going through the same thing. Jealousy, envy, anger, depression, resentment, unforgiveness. All these things people are going through. They're all born of flesh. They're all born of blood. If you're born of blood and the flesh, you're going through the same things as everyone else is going through. The trouble with this society now is we're living in a world which is actually isolated. I can guarantee you half these people walking through here now aren't mixing with each other because they're all in a silent world inside of here. And this world that we're being trained to live in with these headphones on that most people are getting, they're being trained to become inside, inward. And this is what the enemy wants. He wants everybody to become so isolated inside their own self they can't even talk to a stranger. This is the world we're living in now. The world we're living in now is people who are isolating themselves, shutting themselves off from other people, putting these things in their ears and walking around all day not even hearing anybody. And when they're doing that, they're shutting themselves off, and it's called isolation. And when they're doing it, they're stopping talking to their friends. They don't share with their friends anymore. They don't talk to their friends about anything they're going through. I mean, the most important thing in life is to have friends that you can share experiences with. But this is all going. This is all dying out. It's all leaving. Because most people are shutting themselves away in here. And then they get on a computer. Then they go home and watch the television. Shut themselves in their room. That's what they do all the time. I can guarantee you walk around at night and half the people in the world have got a television in their room. And it's a false reality because the television means far-reaching vision. The word telly means far-reaching. The word tele, like telephone, television, telecommunication, means far-reaching. Now, if that far-reaching, right, is the vision, and then it says where there is no vision, the people perish, then if there's no vision, it's always a vision that makes a man or a woman do something with their life. But if their vision is marred all the time by this box in front of them, which they keep on watching all the time, and they never listen then to what they are really in their lives. Because when they watch a television, for instance, it just blanks out their own vision. For instance, we're all born with a song. We're all born to whistle. We're all born to sing. We're all born to have a heart to sing. Do you know what I mean? But most of us, none of us sing anymore. None of us whistle. None of us hum. None of us feel love. It's like, you know, the natural things of life, we're all being stolen from. Do you know what I mean? Yeah? All our things in life, all the things that are natural are being taken away. The fact a baby is born, and the baby is born, and as it grows, years ago, used to sing. You know, sing songs, share with other people. Now the family's being taken away, so people live isolated lives. You can see half these people here, they probably live, if they haven't got families, they live singly on their own. And they become isolated people. Very lonely people. This city is full of lonely people. But it looks to me at the moment like everybody's having a lovely time. But it's full of lonely people. This city is full of lonely people. They live on their own, you know. If you've got a family, it's all right because then you've got friends around. But most people, they live on their own. I can guarantee you there's thousands of people in this city who live in little bedsits or live in little flats on their own. They shut themselves away. They watch television all day or night to get themselves feeling. I had that myself, you know. I found I used to watch television all the time, and someone took my television away, and it was like someone left my room. You know, some companion had gone, and I thought that's pathetic, isn't it?
It's like a dream world, isn't it?
Yeah. And then you've got these soap operas where you think, where these people on purpose have this thing where they leave a hook at the end of it, so you've got to watch it again. It's all rigged wrong. And the whole thing about television is that it brainwashes you. It starts to tell you, this is our opinion, receive it over and over again. Receive our opinion. Receive what we're saying to you. And it's like, the enemy, devil, he dwells in secrecy. Jesus said, whatever is in the darkness will be proclaimed from the light, from the rooftops. So if he said that, there must be loads of things hidden that people don't bring to the light. You know what I mean? Now if you shine a light on something in the dark, it's exposed. And then Jesus said, I am the way, the truth and the life. I am the light of the world. He that believes in me shall never walk in darkness. So how many people are walking in darkness right now? Without that light, without the light of Christ, people are walking in darkness. And these people are all walking through here in darkness, most of them, because they're walking, being led towards a place that doesn't exist. You know, they're being led towards some very sort of trivial happiness. Some trivial happiness. You know what I mean? And Jesus said, I am the way, the truth and the life. I will give you that perfect peace that passes all human understanding. You know? The peace I leave with you. Now that peace, you can't explain it. You know? Anyway, thanks for listening. Is that good?